Hi again, everybody. This video is sponsored by contribution from Nicole, and here's her story. And there's audio at the end of this as well. Hello, Ollie. I've made a contribution to PayPal. I'm Nicole. There are no last names, so I think there are enough people in the world with our names that we could really be anyone. But please don't link the video with your video. Thanks for making these videos. The thing that has been beat out of me is my anger when I watch your videos. If you get angry, it gives me permission to get angry. I want to find that righteous indignation inside myself, but I struggle. I am definitely a fix-it, an empathizer, make excuses type, the doormat. I am sharing some audio from the last moments of my marriage. The next day, we were able to get away. There is so much to this story, but I'll give you in relevant chunks. Here is some background. We just had a rough few weeks. I could go on and on, but I think your viewers have clued into the types of behaviors the narcissist can dish out. He had been paranoid, accusatory, almost manic for weeks. He was always sure I was plotting something. My every move was monitored, including all my internet and phone usage. It had gotten to the point where I had to work out a safety plan for my oldest daughter. I told her that if I started asking her about her grandmother, she was to run away to a pre-planned safe location to hide until the police showed up. She wasn't to worry about me and the baby. I told her I would protect the baby and she was to protect herself. The thing was, I believed my husband to be sick, some sort of mental illness. I loved my husband and I wanted him to be well. I had begun to research mental illness. I thought it may be bipolar. We had periods of extreme episodes in the past, and I thought that this period was more of the same, and he would eventually snap back out of it. He could be a loving, caring person at times. More on how delusional that statement was in another letter. I knew nothing about gaslighting. He believed when he would rant about things that didn't happen, I believed when he rant about things that didn't happen, it was part of a psychosis or delusions. I didn't think that he was intentionally trying to rewrite events to suit his version, where I was the asshole and he was the perfect victim. The week prior to this video, there had been a choking attempt. It was a fight over things that didn't happen, namely me stealing money. I'll share that story later too. Suffice to say, he attempted to choke me with a 7-month-old baby in my arms and my 6-year-old daughter throwing her body between us, protecting me while begging him to stop. We escaped over the balcony of my apartment and we ran away before he could really hurt me. The police were called. I told my version. I was hysterical. They were all set to arrest him. I've never been so relieved in my whole life. Finally, my 15 years of abuse and servitude was over. I began to have diarrhea of the mouth. I went on and on about how awful it had been, and I cried and cried and cried. These officers were going to save me, but that was until they met him. My husband was a good-looking dude, clipped hair, and a game show host smile. When he came up with a story about how he'd been suffering with my mental illness and he had been continuing to work with me, but it's tough to deal with my postpartum depression. He told them he was sorry to take up the officer's time with my obvious histrionics. They shook his hand and it was over. I left to stay in a hotel that night, and there were usual threats of suicide and manipulation. Key factors here is that I believed him mentally ill. I agreed to intensive therapy medications, and I was going to be there for him. Lord, am I stupid. It went from bad to worse. All the hidden controlling tactics became overt, and I was trapped. He stopped letting me hold the baby. I believe he held her because that meant he could leave if he had the baby. He raped me. It wasn't a fight. I begged him not to, repeatedly, and then he pulled off my pants. And he did it while I became dead inside and laid staring off. His version of makeup sex, I guess. The next day, he took me out for our regular breakfast with the girls, like nothing happened. There was a family with their Newfoundland dogs. My daughters petted and posed for pictures with them, as they were colossus not to be missed. After they left, he was furious and stated the kids were always in the fucking way. He accused me of trying to ignore him and started to call my oldest daughter names. He wouldn't give me the baby, but I was able to move my oldest daughter away from him as he was simply awful to her. I recorded the evening because I thought it would get more violent and I wasn't going to have him talk his way out of this one again. I was going to catch him. Once it was clear he wasn't going to hurt me, I wanted him to admit what he had done, but he never would. He wanted me to fuck him, and he wasn't going to guilt me until I did, and he was going to guilt me until I did, or as he says in the video, just take it. If it seems like I was being too easy on him, I was. I wanted to survive. I didn't want to provoke. I'll admit I was all over the place and a bad decision maker this day. The thing was that I still didn't see myself in a domestic abuse situation. Women who are capable of laying down the law are not being abused, right? I was handling things, or so I thought. I was very naive. The sound quality is bad, but I'm hoping you can just turn it up. I want your commentary. Thank you, Ollie.
Called off unhappy because you don't want to talk.
Right off the bat, you can hear the aggression in his voice.
And there's the promise of no hugging, no making love.
There's not a promise to that, Sean.
You just promised me right now.
I just don't want to do it right now. Not when you're angry. Not like this.
I'm not angry. I'm angry because there's not a determined date when I can actually get close to you again.
Oh, what a bitch. What a bitch manipulating Oh, what a bitch he is.
There's not a determined date when I can even, take you to breakfast.
Sean, that's an exaggeration. You took me to breakfast this morning. You're taking me to breakfast every morning this week.
So I gotta figure out something else to do, because going to breakfast isn't resolving anything.
Okay, wait. Sean, I need time. I'm not ready. You scared me all day long.
I am scared. Matter of fact, I don't even scare you right now. I believe that's what you like.
You don't need to be so.
Oh, you fucking sleaze. Listen, Nicole. You got enough right here. You can hear the manipulation. You can hear what you want with your body. I mean, are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious?
Melodramatic.
I'm not melodramatic.
It's just your behavior, Sean. It's so erratic.
No, I wanted to talk to you. You said we could go to the fountains. I could get some hugs.
Sean.
That's how I feel.
We went there.
That we have a companionship.
Sean.
What a child.
Definitely not sticking my
What a whiny bitch.
Well, just hurry up and get this shit over with.
See, he hasn't occurred to him that you called the cops because you want to get out. Well, he knows that. He knows you want to get out. That's why he wants to control you. But then he's surprised you don't want to have sex with him. Like,
things can't be violent anymore.
It's not being violent.
Is that him rubbing his hands together like this? Is that what he's doing? That's a violent action and it's heard on audio. It's an aggressive move. Police know that.
Oh, now you're not being violent. But today you scared me.
Well, I wasn't
a lot.
He's being passively violent. It's the illusion of violence, the implication. See, as long as the implication is there, he can do what he wants.
not violent right now. I'm not going to raise my fist to you. I'm just trying to be you.
That's a funny thing for him to say. I'm not going to raise my fist to you. Well, if he's never raised his fist to you before, why would he need to specify that he's not going to raise his fist to you? Seems like an odd thing for somebody who doesn't hit his wife or never hit his wife to say, does it not?
Ask me to tell you when I need something, and I need something, and you're not going to get it to me, and I'm not going to be mad at you. I'm just going to get it, okay?
He needs sex. And when he said he needs something to just tell you, and he can get it, and now he's just going to take it, huh? That's a veiled rape threat. That's a veiled rape threat. I would take this audio, okay? Take it down to a domestic violence shelter. Get yourself a domestic violence attorney and sue the fuck out of the police department. That's what I would do. That's what I would do.
I'm just going to do it how I need to do it. You don't love me anymore. You want me distant from you for.
Is this a shock to you? She called the cops on you, motherfucker. Like, this isn't anything that's not known. See, he doesn't want to accept the fact, or he doesn't want to say the fact that he knows you want nothing to do with him and you want to be away from him. He doesn't want to acknowledge that fact.
Until after I get 12 weeks of counseling.
You need to go to therapy. You have to.
12 weeks is a long time.
I can't.
12 weeks ain't jack shit. The therapist doesn't even know you, barely remembers your name after 12 weeks, asshole. You need to go to therapy forever. You need to go to Fuck Off Island with the rest of the fuck offs, okay, and go live there. Because you know what? Therapy isn't going to do you any good because you're a lying, manipulative fucking bitch cunt. That's why. Therapy is useless for a guy like this because he's only going to lie about it, lie to the therapist, or come home and tell you how wonderful he is and then he's fucking cured after one session.
I can't. Well, it's a very short time in the span of a life. If you don't get help, you're dangerous.
I'm not dangerous. I'm upset, okay?
Well, I get it, but that upset ends up being us getting hurt.
I'm not going to
The
hurt
cops getting called.
you. No cops are going to. You can call the police if you want because you think I'm mad. But I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to touch you. I'm not going to grab your phone to see if you've been Googling what you've been doing. I could care less. I asked you. You told me you could be Googling whatever you want to Google. I don't care.
Oh, what a baby. What a fucking baby.
I won't ask for call-up anymore.
I think it's okay, Sean, that you're off right now.
Yeah, I'm snuggling up next to my buddy now.
I'm sorry that things happened the way they did. I really
am.
And you asked me back. I said I would if I needed time. And this wouldn't be a honeymoon phase.
No honeymoon, but there definitely is no resolve in you're the way you treated me, the way you voiced, the way you got to be treating me. There's no resolve, okay?
Sean, you were violent towards me, and that's the end of it. It's not the first time, it's not the last time.
It's okay, cool.
You hurt me.
It's okay.
And I can't come back very easily.
It's okay.
And you were mad today?
I'm not mad. I just don't understand.
What don't you understand?
I don't understand.
Hold on a
Why
second.
you're 50 feet in front of me.
Hold on, I thought you said he denied hitting you. That wasn't a denial. That wasn't a denial. That wasn't a denial. He didn't say anything. Listen to it again. I'll go back.
Sean, you were violent towards me, and that's the end of it. It's not the first time, it's not the last time.
It's okay, cool.
You hurt me.
It's okay.
and I can't
It's
come back.
okay. Oh, it's okay. You hurt me. It's okay. He didn't deny it. Tried to kind of like sigh, oh, it's okay, it's okay. He never denied it. Now maybe he denies it a little later, but he didn't deny it at first. Now, if he denies it later, it's pretty much fucking meaningless because the first opportunity he had to deny it, he didn't.
Very easily. And you're mad today?
I'm not mad. I just don't understand.
What don't you understand?
I don't understand why you're 50 feet in front of me. I'm carrying a baby, and you guys are happy-go-lucky.
Because we're trying to avoid your bad.
What? So wait a minute. She's happy-go-lucky with her child walking ahead of you, and that bothers you. But you want this girl to have sex with you? What is... Nicole, I know you think you don't have any. You have everything you need on this tape. You have everything you need on this recording to prove him the psychopath that he is.
I wasn't in a bad mood.
Sean.
No, I want to snuggle.
You started cussing the moment we started walking. Snide comments. You know, I'm afraid of you. Okay. We don't like being afraid of your moves.
No,
we don't have to do this anymore.
I'm sorry. You're right. You're absolutely right. Okay? You are right. 100%.
Now Nicole, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? He didn't admit to everything. He admitted to everything. Covertly, and instead of saying it right out. You got everything you need here.
We don't need to talk anymore.
What are you doing?
Nothing. I'm just looking at the internet. Just like you do.
Wow.
Well, what is the safest thing for us tonight? Are you gonna be angry? Are you gonna torture me all night with being pissed off?
I'm not gonna say another word.
Or are you just gonna?
I'd love to cuddle up next to you.
I know, but you've been pretty.
I'd love to You should go down to the police department and find the cops who showed up and believed his bullshit and play this for him. And then just let him know you didn't do your fucking job. Sociopath.
But okay,
What are you mad today?
Matter of fact, I am not angry anymore at this very moment.
At this moment. But I could be at the next moment, so watch out. You better fuck me.
Anything to do. I won't come on to you. I won't look at you. I won't touch you. And then I won't expect anything back. And that way I don't get this feeling like I can come closer to you. Okay? I will keep my distance from you, and I won't talk to you about our relationship anymore. Or about what's going on.
But everything that's going on, Sean, is stuff you made up in your
I
head.
didn't make anything up.
There's nothing going on.
I'm trying to open up the relationship and talk to you.
Okay.
I would love nothing more than just get a fucking hug from you. But I'm not gonna get that.
Sean,
I'm gonna get to make love to you.
You got hugs and affection. It happened.
It did happen.
I'm sorry it's not up to your standards. It happened today.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Wait a minute. You had sex with him this day? And he's still bitch? Oh, come on, Nicole.
I'm going, or do you want to stop? Because I said let's just stop.
Alright, we're all done.
At this point, to this day, I just need to.
looks like that's the end of it. You know what the problem here is, Nicole? You've been abused so much that you can't even realize when he's admitting to you everything he's done. That unless he comes right out and says, yes, I punched you in the face, yes, I strangled you, yes, I lied to the police, you think you don't have anything. You have everything you would ever need on this recording. Everything you would ever need. He admits to it. He doesn't deny it at first, and then he admits to it. And then he's haunting you for sex, and then upset that you're happy with your child. Like, dude, anybody who would hear this and not realize who the abuser is or where the fucking problem is, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Now, what I would do, I would go back to that same police department with that audio recording and say, I still want to file domestic charges against this guy. Because now I have been put back in a situation because of the ineffectiveness and the incompetence of your fucking patrol officers on a domestic violence case. And we all know how I feel about domestic violence cases, especially coming from women, you know, that, you know, men get lied on a lot. A lot. But this shit is unacceptable. When there's kids involved, is unacceptable. I would not drop this with the police department. And I would go down there and make it clear to them, you either arrest this motherfucker for assault or I'm going to sue your goddamn ass off and take this audio to a women's shelter. Take it to a domestic violence shelter and see how they respond to it with your story. And see how they respond to it and see what they say. And they'll give you some resources if you need it. You have everything you need and you don't realize it. You have everything you need to take down your narcissist. You just don't realize it because of your abuse. He's told you everything. He's admitted it right there and you're not even seeing it. So thank you so much for your contribution and thank you for the story. And I really hope, you know, you take my advice to heart and do something. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any advice or opinions in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a narcissist you'd like to expose or a topic you'd like me to cover, you know what to do with the PayPal and my email links in the description box. I'll have the video right back to you, or as soon as I can. And remember, when you do send me your story to the email, be sure to put whether it's with or without contribution and what name you want to go by on the top of the email. Okay. This is, I'm out of contributed stories. I've made it through my queue. I do have some free ones yet to do that I'm going to get to tomorrow if I don't get any more contribution stories or anything like that. So, you guys know what to do. If you guys need a video, I will be here. This is Ollie Matthews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.